welcome back to the HCW YouTube channel, and welcome back to another Indie Spotlight with a new Indie Spotlight, because I don't think we've ever done TNT before, have we, DP?
I don't think so.
Yeah, well, there we go. And I am joined by DP. It's 9-ish.
Down since 9-ish.
Yeah.
That's me.
To be fair, he's turned up relatively on time, so that's good. But how are you doing, DP?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. My phone died, so that's why I lost track of time. But other than that, I'm better than when I was last time we did recording. So great stuff. How are you doing?
I'm doing better than I was. I'm still slowly down a man. I think I'll be honest. I'm gonna test it to make sure. But yeah, 'cause it's feeling hot when I had gas on. Now I just feel knackered all the time. But anyway, we're here to review TNT Dead or Alive 2024. That was in Liverpool on the 3rd of February, where I'm guessing I caught COVID, came back from Liverpool, died. So there you go. That's what we're going to explain for this whole video. I also need to bleep out the word because I forget that we'll get crapped on. Yep. So this was originally a tournament involving a lot of American guys coming over and Mickey Knuckles and so forth like that. Then something happened with the Magna Butcher and he said something, and then TNT did the thing of getting rid of the Magna Butcher because, you know, he's saying weird shit. So then out of unity, people like Mickey Knuckles and Schlack and Big Joe pulled out because they thought it was wrong that you got annexed. So they had to redo the whole show, but I still enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. I didn't do any notes because I explained to you prior to this I was drinking all day because I travelled down and I was out by the Canes. I think it's called the Canes, which is like 2 minutes away, where you get this place like the Yellow Submarine pub.
Oh wow, yeah.
I can't remember the other ones I was in. The Baltic Market was a lovely place as well. So anyone going down to TNT, go check them places out. So we start off. Do you know anything about this event? As in, like, I'm assuming you know the winner.
I have no idea.
Wow. Okay then. So we start off with.
I'm so tuned out to it. That's why.
We start off with Emerson Jane versus Michael Caden. I'm assuming you've heard of both.
I know one of them at least.
I'm guessing it's Emerson Jane.
Correct.
Yeah. Good.
I feel like I've been named before in Indie Shogun's, but other than that, no.
No, Michael Caden is he's a fantastic deathmatch wrestler. The sad boy. This was a fans bring your weapons match. The main part of this I remember is there was do you know the good old American Science skeletons that you have in like American? One of them, but one of the legs was a light tube. Absolute why?
Did you bring up it?
People are mental. Guy prior to this was going outside trying to get everyone to give weapons. I forgot that you had to bring a weapon. It probably wasn't the best thing to bring a weapon on a National Express, was it? You know,
no, probably not.
Here's my mace.
What would you have brought if you remember?
I would have brought something dickish like fucking lemon juice, or which I probably could have brought lemon juice, or hot sauce, something with like salt. You know, kind of, something that causes actual pain. Emerson Jane's like the sweetheart for deathmatch wrestling in the UK at the moment. This was fun. Obviously, it was your typical smash stuff over your head kind of crap match. I don't have notes on any of these. I'm just going to give you ratings and give my general vibe. I can't remember most of the show. I rate it 2 3/4 stars. I did enjoy the match. I think it ended abruptly with Emerson Jane picking up the win and advancing to the next round. And one of the kind of mainstays of the deathmatch side was already out, which I didn't expect.
Yeah, that's fair. I think it being a UK-based tournament as well. I think the favourites are sort of fall in hand with the UK-based talent. So I think
Michael Caden's UK based.
I didn't see that. That's a show I didn't know. I assume they're American.
No, there's only one American in this, and he's up next. It's Broski Jimmy, who's coming out to Zack Ryder's old theme.
Radio.
And he was fighting B.A. Rose. Have you heard of B.A. Rose?
Again, through Travaganza.
Yeah, B.A. Rose wears a shirt like this most of the time when he's wrestling, so I just realised he'd be. So, I rated that match 3.25 stars. This was a sharp things and sticks death match. So it was literally just sharp things on sticks, DP.
That's fair. It's something.
Yeah, it went pretty more a lengthy time, 10 minutes or so. Jimmy picked up the win, and he was through to the next round. Anyone that wants a proper review, just check them out in Progress. This is just because I went and I wanted to get the video out.
Yes.
It's not the greatest reviews. It's pretty much
Progress on demand.
Progress on demand, but it's pretty much just a generic rating review, pretty much. Next up, we had Tombi versus Antonio Gonzalez. Have you heard of either of these people?
Through Kumite.
Yes. And you'll be seeing this exact match at Kumite. They did a thing on after the show of them fighting each other and pushing each other and saying they're going to fight each other at Kumite. They used it well. This was called a first round carpet grips, pins and needles death match.
Lovely.
This was my match of the night. I rated 3 3/4. Tombi, when you see him, he will. You just need to flick him in the head and he will crimson mask. It was absolutely grim. From both guys, they just went all out for it, and it's kind of good representation of Kumite itself. That these were the highlight of the show: Tombi versus Antonio Gonzalez. Tombi picked up the win, the deathmatch slasher, and he's through to the next round. Do you remember what Antonio Gonzalez's nickname is?
It's something like the deathmatch fuck boy or something like that.
Yes, it is. There we go. I thought you remember that. And then the final first round match was Paul Robinson versus Session Moth Martina in a drunken death match. Surprise, surprise. I might be saying something slanderous about Paul Robinson right now. Paul Robinson came out and said some really offensive things about Session Martina. Basically can't wrestle and stuff like that, and she'll be good at. I'm sure he said, which if he didn't say this, you can know him out of context. She's best giving blowjobs for $5 outside, £5 outside. And then Session Martina comes up on the screen, and she kind of goes full mental at him, going like, "You say this, you say that, and say this." And then suddenly out of nowhere, it pops up Moth 316, and she comes out to the Stone Cold Disturbed theme.
Nice.
And it's fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
Did you come out on the ATV?
No, surprisingly, I'm surprised you didn't go that far. Too bad Moth 316 couldn't pick up the win. Paul Robinson absolutely went mental on her. He's good old-fashioned double foot stomp flipping onto the glasses. Are horrible when he does that. And also Paul Robinson's he has the best theme music in fucking UK right now. Have you heard his song?
I haven't heard the recent one though.
I think
is it still the same as that one?
Still, yeah, when he was at Progress, Scroobius Pip.
Oh yeah.
Bad times are coming, let them come. Oh, it's a banger. Next round we had Broski, Lloyd, but cage matches decided first round is Broski, Jimmy. Second round he was just Jimmy Lloyd. But yeah, Broski Lloyd versus Emerson Jane in a final, semi-final barbed wire madness death match. Also, I forgot to pick my rating. So 3 3/4 for Antonio and Tombi, and 3 stars exactly for Paul versus Moth. I rated this one 3 stars as well. Emerson Jane picked up the win. This one was quite abrupt as well. It seemed the Emerson Jane matches were quite quick. Both of them went on just under 8 minutes. Quite rough. She took a bit of punishment and then kind of just picked up the win. And then the final semi-final match was Tombi versus Paul Robinson. I rated this 2.5 stars because it just ended. It was just like, oh, this is going to be great. Tombi versus Paul Robinson. Like, fucking Paul Robinson's just going to kick the shit out of him. Tombi's going to kick the shit out of him. There's just going to be blood everywhere. And then suddenly out of nowhere, it's just over. And Tombi picked up the win, which I was fine with because I really liked Tombi. It was just, I really wanted it. I thought this was going to be the match. And it wasn't the match. And then to end the tournament, who's in the final then, DP?
So, I believe it's Tombi.
Yep.
And Emerson Jane.
Yes, it is in a ultimate
I'm
deathmatch.
listening.
Yes, are you though? Emerson Jane is your new Dead or Alive tournament winner. She picked up the win against Tombi. There was some mental stuff in this. She actually murdered him, basically. There was a, do you know the good old stocks that you have in, when like people did bad things in medieval time, they got put into these
Yeah.
stocks. Tombi ended up in one of them, and she just kept waylaying him with fucking light tubes. Busted wide open. And then Emerson picked up the win. And she presented the tournament trophy, which is a skull on a thing, by Drew Parker.
Oh, that's cool.
Who, midway before the main event, some random no mark that I don't know from TNT, he might be somewhat genuine, so, came out, started talking shit about deathmatch tournaments, and Drew Parker waylaid him as well. And then he said, you know what, I'm not coming out of retirement, just so you know, guys. But yeah, overall, it was a really good tournament. It was really fun. It's hard to review deathmatch tournaments, one, without writing it down, but also it all kind of blends into one fuckery match of just barbed wire and needles and stocks.
I think even though they're using the different things and different objects and stuff, it's still generally the same kind of match.
Yeah.
So obviously, I wasn't there, but you know, it sounds very archaic, very insane, a lot of intensity, a lot of I smash this, you smash that, and it's like you say, it's something that was done before with a lot of shows that we review. Is that the matches do sort of blend together, and it becomes like sort of one overall match.
Yeah, it was a fun tournament. It definitely didn't let them down from. Obviously, it would have been nice seeing people on Magna Butcher and stuff like over because they're crazy as well. But like, it didn't really lose any value to me. Seeing people like Paul Robinson and Moth and stuff like that was fine. You get people that like flipping boycotted the show because they can't see Magna Butcher, and it's like, okay, you know, it's like
it's weird behaviour.
And it's like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to see Schlack. And it's like, Schlack will come over at some other point. Don't boycott a whole tournament because that's.
Yeah, you still got a very good
someone's
tournament.
done something wrong, and TNT have decided to be the smarter side of it. Going, if we keep these people on the show, it will make it look like we're against what we're trying to strive for. But it is what it is. But that's the end of this review. As I said, it was a very short review because I was drinking, and I drank a lot, and I had a great time. So please like and subscribe. I'll be back at TNT at some point and I'll actually write notes. Check it out on Demand Progress. Defies on Demand Progress now, it seems, as well.
Yeah.
They're having a good time at Progress. They listen to me and now they're becoming big again. Anything else you want to bring up in this TP?
No, nothing. Just happy to be here and happy to have shared the experience.
Wonderful. Let's go to Kumite. Goodbye. Oh, yeah.